Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and I got a request to do a strum lesson. And so we're going to start out by just talking about a lot of different rhythmic possibilities for the right hand. And basically every strum pattern that you ever come into contact with, you'll basically be doing one of three things. Either we'll be doing just downs, and I'm just kind of doing this on open strings just to kind of isolate the right hand. So we're technically playing an E minor 11 chord or a pentatonic scale if you kind of like that. But the main thing here is just to kind of focus on the right hand and just get used to doing just down strokes. Down, 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 down. So that would be one thing that you can do with the right hand. Something else is every time you're doing a down, you're doing it up. So we can kind of think about that as kind of a rhythm concept too. Down, up, 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 down. And then the only other possibility with your right hand would be doing just up strokes. So you may want to try and just kind of isolate just that up, 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 up. And with most strumming, actually, your right hand is kind of your metronome, if you know what the clicky thing is that goes back and forth. So your down up is kind of like that, like your metronome kind of keeping time. So you may just want to try all of those like a lot just to kind of get used to it. If we're doing just the downs, then we actually, a lot of times we'll call that a quarter note in music. It's kind of just your down stroke by itself. And that's normally where you would tap your foot to the beat. The down up is actually something called an eighth note. So we're going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So we're dividing our beat into two parts, kind of with our down up with the foot. And then the up stroke is kind of an eighth note, but on just the upbeat. So sometimes this is called syncopation when you do a lot of upstrokes in your strumming, especially if you change chords on the upstrokes, which is a very, very hip thing to do. So those are basically, all the strum patterns we're going to talk about are basically built out of one of those three things, either a down up, or an up. And a lot of times we can kind of put those together in very interesting ways. And if we think about this in terms of meter, if we were thinking of kind of divisions of two, would be kind of a down up would kind of give you a feel of having two big foot taps before things start over again. So if you did just a down up, down, down up, down, down up, down, down, you can almost think of that as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And one way of counting that would be kind of thinking an and on the very traditional way of thinking about 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and. Now with most rhythms, it can also be very interesting to turn that rhythm backwards. So we'd have down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and down, up, down, down, up, down, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Now another thing we could do with just that down up that we started with is we could actually kind of subtract some things from it and make it a more interesting strum pattern. So instead of playing on 2, you could do kind of a long down, up, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and long down, up, long down, up, long down, up, long down, up, long down, up. Or we could take what we turned around and kind of make it a long up instead. We could have down, up, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and. Another thing we could do is we could do the down up and then try just the upstroke of the second beat. So we have kind of 1 and 2 and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or something else we could do is we could just leave out the first down and just make it an up thing. So we could go 1 up, 1 and 2 and 1 up, very ska kind of sounding, or reggae sounding in a way for the guitar part. And then something else we could do is we could do kind of that same kind of idea, but fill in that extra down. So we could have kind of a 1 and 2 and 1 up, down, up, 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 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. So something something else you may want to try is kind of feeling the meter in threes. And if you're feeling the meter in threes, kind of for every 3 foot taps, normally something will kind of come back and repeat itself. So one of my favorite 3/4 strum patterns is actually a down, down, up, because I think that helps you feel the meter. So you'd have down, down, up, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 1, 2, 3. So I'm kind of feeling a 3/4 meter, or like a waltz kind of feel. Something else that you could do is you could kind of take, and this is kind of a concept you can try with a lot of strum patterns actually, and some very cool examples where things that you would normally do forwards get played backwards. But one other thing you could do is kind of shift a beat over. So for instance, right now we're doing down, down, up, and feeling our down on the 1. What we could do is do our down, up, and then our down, and kind of feel the down, up kind of as our big down. Or our big 1, because a lot of times you'll start feeling 1 as kind of heavier weight. So for instance, you'd have down, up, down, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. So what we kind of did was kind of shift our down from the beginning to the end. Another thing that we could do is we could put that big down in the middle, so we could go down, up, down, down, up, 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 1, 2, 3, down. So something else we could do is we could put that big down in the middle, so we'd have down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Some other 3/4 possibilities. We could do a down, 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 up. So we could have down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 down. And then if we shifted that, we have down, down, up, down, 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 1, 2, 3, 1. Or if we shifted that, we'd have down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. Or another concept would be kind of subtraction from a strum pattern, like taking something that you are playing in a strum pattern and taking it out. So for instance, if we went back to the down, down, up, down, because I think that kind of helps kind of feel the feel. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. So one thing we could do is we could start taking out things that we are playing. So we took out our second down. We'd have down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, long down, up, down, up, 1, 2, and 3, and 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 1, 2, and 3. Or you could even take out that whole second beat and just make it the long thing. So you have kind of 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Something else you could do is you could kind of take out everything but that last up. So you could have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and down. Things you could do with 3/4s, you could have a down, up, 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 which could be kind of an interesting thing to play around with. Down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or something else you could do is you could leave off that first down and kind of try and feel it in 3, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and up, up, 1. So instead of feeling stuff in a 3/4, you could also feel things in a 4/4, kind of with 4 beats on the floor. Favorite 4/4 strum patterns though is a down, down, up, up, down, up. So we tried that one all the way through. We have down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, 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 up, down, up. So we tried some of those shifting ideas. Actually, we could have kind of a down, up, down, which would be a little bit different. So we have down, up, down, up, down, 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 down, up, down, up, down. Or if we shifted it some more, then we could have a up, down, up, down, up, down. So we could have up, down, up, down, up, down, one, down, up, down, up, down, one, up, down, up, down, up, down, one, and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, up, down, up, down, up, down. Or if we shift it some more, we'd have a down, down with a kind of a long down and then an up. So we have down, up, 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 down. We could have a down, up, down, up, down, up. So we'd have down, up, 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or some other syncopated possibilities. Kind of be working with the down, up, 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 up. So you could have down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 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 down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, up, down, up. Another possibility would kind of be doing just the ups, but still feeling it forward. And we kind of talked about this earlier, but kind of that one up, 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that might be another possibility. Or we could even try kind of that subtraction idea with our down, down, up, down, up. So if we went back to that, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. That last down is a subtraction, or last up is a subtraction idea. We'd have down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. We could kind of subtract some more of that pattern, and then we could have like just a down, down, up, up. So we'd have down, down, up, down, down, up, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Or we could subtract that other up and just make it a down, up, but make it last that long. So kind of 1, 2 and 3, 4, down, down, 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3, 4. Or if we subtracted everything but the first down, we have down, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4. Like a 2-4 idea and add it to a 3-4 idea, or a 3-4 idea and add it to a 4-4 idea, or have a 2 plus 3 and have kind of a 5 idea too. So this can be kind of interesting because you can really kind of experiment with some different things. For instance, if we took the very most common 2-4, that down, down, up we were doing, and then added it to our down, down, up, that would kind of give us a 3-4 idea. So kind of a down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know for myself, actually, what I like to do is kind of pick a meter, and then what I'll do is just kind of see if I can do those strum patterns that I want at will. So for instance, you could kind of take the 2-4 as an idea and kind of feel the 2, like that down, down, up is kind of a maze. Down, 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 the main thing is to practice your downs, practice your down ups, and practice your ups, and then let your right hand kind of keep on going down, up, and add and subtract things. So that's the basics of how you can work on a lot of different strum patterns and a lot of different meters. So good luck!